Hello there, sweet one. Oh, this concept of slowing down is really challenging for us, isn't it? We sometimes feel like we're going to miss out if we slow down and take time. We feel like if we don't keep going, we might miss out on something important. Time is ticking, seize the day. And all of that's awesome. It's all awesome. And what I want to talk to you about today is the power, the magic, the importance of slowing down so that you could actually speed up. I know that sounds crazy. And I believe it's the Navy SEALs that have that motto: if you want to go fast, you need to slow down so you can make it smooth, which allows you to go faster. And so I was sitting with this, especially this last week or so, because you might know that I took some time off. I build in times in my life to slow down, to meditate, to take walks. However, I took 7 days, 8 days, 7 nights, and I went to a yoga retreat. And when I say I slow down, I slow down. And so much came to me that I want to share with you because it really is, it really pertains to this love journey that you're on, this life journey that you're on. Because whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you're seeking to have a partner or not, this concept of creating space, this concept of slowing down to really check in, to allow. Whew. I mean, I didn't actually realize how much I really needed this until I was in it. Because, like I said, I build in time each week, each day to have some quiet time to replenish. And with that said, we're all in like hyper, moving, sympathetic nervous system going. And then we sprinkle in some slow time, sprinkle in, oh, let me do a yoga class. Boom, got it done. Now let me get back to manifesting, creating, doing, being, going online. And so when it comes to calling in love and when it comes to being online and messaging people and talking to people, it takes energy. It takes focus. It takes a lot. And life takes a lot. Relationships take a lot. There's a lot going on, right? So when I was away, what I realized, let me just take off I always think, oh, it's making too much noise. And I don't know if you could hear it, but I hear it, which makes me think you're going to hear it. So as I was sinking in to meditating and yoga and walking on the beach and really, stepping away from the busyness of my life, I didn't even bring my laptop. One of the things that happened for me, and I want to share this with you, was this spaciousness was created. The space was created where not only did I feel more connected to my heart, my clarity, my purpose, my joy for life. I mean, it's all there all the time to some extent because I love my life and I have my purpose. However, I dropped into a deeper place of alignment, which is so important when you're entering into a relationship. It's so important when you're writing your profile. It's so important to feel that alignment and that groundedness and that connection to your heart and connection to spirit. And so that was one of the benefits for me in the slowing down and chilling out and really deeply listening. Do I want to be in a class or do I want to sit on the beach and just look at the ocean? Do I want to do a yoga class or does my body actually need to just walk on the beach and breathe in the air, like really slowing it down to check in to see what I need, how I'm doing, of which allowed me to do more of the classes, to breathe it more in, to acclimate, to have a huge meal. Because you can't have a huge meal if your stomach is full, right? Well, my stomach was way more full than I thought. My stomach was way more full than I thought. I needed digestion time, and I took it. So that's one thing. When you slow down, you get more aligned, you get more checked in with what do you need? What do I need, right? Which allowed me to drop in deeper and enjoy the journey so much more with my yoga, my meditation, connecting to others, and more than anything, connecting to myself. And that's so important when you're putting yourself out there and dating and in relationship. So that's one thing. And it's huge, right? That's huge. The other thing that happened for me was because I created space and my mind started getting more quiet, more chill, I started having some really good downloads. I started having some really cool ideas. I started to get really inspired. I had new thoughts showing up, and that was exciting. So I'm in a very inspired place right now because I got some really great downloads of things that I'm like, ooh, I really want to call in, or I really want to do, or add to my life, or not, or take away. Like, oh, you know what? I don't want that. So more clarity, more things happened. And then there was one other thing I wanted to share with you. Give me a second. And we're creating the space and the downloads. Oh, what was it? What was it? See that? I should have written this down. There was one more thing. Stay with me. Stay with me. Downloads, creating space. Dang. Fuck. Take a breath with me while I remember, because I'm going to just like slow down and like check in and find what this was, because I'm not redoing this. Slowing down, digesting, downloads. Of course. Because I slowed down, because I created the space, a lot came up. Now I do my work, sister or brother. I do my work. And I say brother because this goes on YouTube as well. I empty out. I have support. I have my therapist, my shadow work facilitators, my friends and colleagues. I do my work and I empty out and I self-process to release, because I want to heal and continue to heal, because there's layers and layers and layers, right? I'm always talking about the layers of healing. And to my surprise, because I was really surprised how much emotion came up, how many memories came up, memories of my ex-husband and my kid and my marriage, memories of some past relationships, memories of things that happened that I wasn't so thrilled with how I handled things in the past. And some tears, some good upheaval. I mean, even some moments from my childhood, thinking about some things around my mom, things came up. And I was really surprised because I know there are layers, but some of these things, I was like, really? Wow. And it landed on my heart. And because I was in this beautiful place, and it doesn't have to be in the Bahamas, it could be in your sacred space in your room, it could be in a friggin' bathroom, wherever. But because I created that space, I allowed myself on some level to see some things I hadn't seen in a really long time, and some things I had never seen that needed some love and care. So if you want to continue to go forward and drink up the nectar of life and have fullness and richness and excitement and call in your partner and fill up with joy, there's something to be said about slowing down and stopping, creating some space to go a little slower, to allow things to show up, to allow things to come in, allow things to be released. So I encourage you to think about this and to plan, because I would never have done this if I hadn't planned it. So think about when you can create some really solid, slow space so that you can really check in, align, and open so that you can move forward. So that is my message for today. Please put some comments. I'd love to hear some of your takeaways. How do you slow down? How do you replenish? How do you reduce your stress and create that openness so that you can get into that parasympathetic, relaxed state so you can digest? We say you have to be in that parasympathetic to digest your food. I'm telling you, you need to be in your parasympathetic to digest your life. Fresh off the press on that one. So I really encourage you to take some time. Take some time to go within. Comment below. I would love to hear your takeaways and any questions you have. And for those of you that might be watching on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to the station and like this video if you got some value, and share it with your friends, because this is how we heal the world, by sharing the golden nuggets we pick up. All right. Until we meet again, mwah, be well.